Hey guys, in today's video, I'm gonna finally be fully completing the Japanese home I started a while ago. This technically makes for a part 3 since it took 2 other videos, and they'll both be linked in the description if you want to check them out if you haven't already. It's been a fun build to finish, and I'm really happy I was finally fully able to finish a build with both its exterior and its interior. We finally have a fully furnished home on the channel, and it's not like it's taken me 4 months to get to this point. Unfortunately, I probably won't be able to keep the plot since I kinda need the money for other videos. We're balling on a budget out here, guys. But let's just get right into the video. This is the shortest time in between filming different videos that I've done commentaries. Usually it's been a couple of weeks, so I have plenty of things going on to talk about, but today we're gonna be just going with the flow. To start off the final part for this build, I did the small little bathroom on the side of the house, and to get to it, it's kind of funny. You have to go on a walkway on the outside to get inside to the bathroom, and then I did later the upstairs bedroom and the bathroom. I will say it was kind of difficult finding a way to decorate the bathroom that didn't look too messy, but I also didn't want it to look empty since the bathroom was pretty small. Basically, I just had to use more basic shapes instead of pre-built stuff because I didn't want them to take up too much room in the 2x2 bathroom. You'll see me working on this door separation thing, and throughout the video I kind of use this as wall decoration, and I make more of them, or if I don't, then I just use the one that I made here. So you'll see those throughout the build. Speaking of a 2x2 bathroom though, that kind of reminds me, I do eventually want to try filming a video where it's like a 4x4 or 5x5 build house challenge. I feel like that'd be a pretty fun video to film. That way I would actually be able to do the interior since the house would be small since it's a 4x4 or a 5x5. It's like a similar case to this build. I knew I wanted to do the interior and actually finish it since the build is pretty small. Also, can we take a moment to talk about the new Bloxburg update? What are y'all's thoughts on it? For me, I'm not really a big fan of it, I'm gonna be honest. One of the smaller things I really don't like about it is that you can't change the color of the UI stuff anymore. If you look at the bottom left, it's like a really bright blue, and you used to be able to change it, so in my other videos I had it as more of like a stormy blue, I guess. It just wasn't as bright as it was like it looks here, and it kind of sucks that you can't change it anymore. I don't know if they're gonna fix it later or if it's just a permanent thing, I'm not really sure. And it's kind of weird seeing the money in the top right whenever I'm building. I'm used to having it at the bottom left, but again, it's not too much of a problem. I'm also not a huge fan of the new phone. Again, it doesn't affect me too much, so it's not that much of a problem, but I feel like it's making all the building games be kind of the same and not different from each other. I wish there was a way to still use the old UI instead of the phone, or like the menu stuff at the bottom left and right, just so you can have the option to choose if you like the older or the newer version better. That might just be me though, let me know what y'all think too. Around here is where I'm starting the bedroom upstairs. The bedroom honestly wasn't too complicated. I did attempt to make a custom bed though, so you'll see me work on that in a little bit. Before that though, I just made a custom dresser on the left, and on the blank wall to the left of the dresser, that's gonna be the opening to where the bathroom's gonna be, and I'm gonna use another door separation thing like I made in the bathroom. I also used a similar color scheme basically that I had in the other 2 videos, so I'll just pop up the color scheme page that I've had for the other videos up now. I didn't really change anything, and I don't remember if I showed all the colors in the video, so I'll just have the colors up right now for you guys. Now that I'm thinking about it, I did actually change a lot of the colors and textures in the bedroom, so I wouldn't copy anything right now. I would wait until I have the tour later so you can see exactly what I did for the colors and the textures. I just built a little wooden support at the bottom to hold up the mattress, and then I was just experimenting with different pillows and blankets just to make the bed seem a lot more full in 3D than the flat pre-built beds that Bloxburg already has. So I'm not sure if I build it in the easiest way possible. There's probably better ways to do custom beds, but I just kind of played around with different basic shapes and I think it looks pretty good. And then after the bed, I'm working on this little wall decoration thing kind of by the stairs, and I can put the inspiration that I was going for. I have a few pictures actually that I used kind of for reference for the interior, but for this wall specifically, I had a picture that I wanted to replicate, and I think it turned out pretty nice. It just adds some wooden dimension, and I wanted them to be as detailed as I could make them. I had a lot more decals and just wooden textures along the walls later in the video, so if you have any questions about decals or the ones that I used from certain creators, I'll have them linked in the description, but if you have any specific questions, just let me know in the comments and I can answer them for you guys. I think this video is going to be out before the new map changes, hopefully, and since when has there been a meteor that's going to be striking Bloxburg? I swear I look away from building for 1 second and then the next the whole map is getting revamped because there's a meteor striking the map. Like genuinely, what is happening? Even though I'm not too big of a fan of the previous update, I feel like the map is going to be pretty nice. It doesn't affect me too much again, but I'm happy to see some new changes with the map area. I feel like it's been needing an update since it's been the same pretty much from when Bloxburg was originally made. So then after the bedroom, this is the final part of the build. I started working on the bathroom, and again this bathroom is super small as well. It's only a 2x3. At this point in the video, I'm just kind of ready for the build to be finished, so I don't think I made it as decorated as I probably could have, but it turned out alright. If you guys ever want to add more detail if you're recreating this build, then you can feel free to go ahead and adjust it however you would like. I'm building another wall paneling here like I made for a lot of the walls, and I'm just gonna add it behind the bath. I did make this pretty cool sink design. I feel like it turned out really nice. I used one of the pre-built Bloxburg sinks, and then I used some basic shapes that were squares and adjusted them to the pre-built sink to make it look more detailed. I'm also gonna mention this now because I'm not sure if I had it in the building, but if you're wondering how I did the roof paneling at the top, I used a basic shape that I resized up towards the roof, and then I added a carpet on top of that, and then for the gray panels, I just added those on top of the carpet and resized them into position on the ceiling, and then you can delete the basic shape and the carpet to leave the roof paneling on the ceiling. I remember that was a building trick I used back in like 2017 when I was still building, and I thought it would be cool to use it again. I'm not sure if anybody else still really uses it, but it worked out pretty good. That's about it though for the building process, so I hope you guys enjoyed the tour. This is the final build, and I'm really happy I was finally able to fully finish both the build's exterior and its interior. We first have the small entryway into the kitchen in the living room. I think the kitchen definitely turned out to be my favorite part of the build. And then going outside, there's a little wraparound to the small bathroom. I wish I could have found a way to connect the bathroom to the kitchen directly from the inside, but it worked out okay, I guess. And then moving on from the living room and the kitchen, there's a small little laundry room. I really like the bedroom too. I feel like it's my second favorite part of the build. I added in a few more decals, so if you have any questions, just let me know in the comments. I'm really proud of this build and I think it turned out great. Again, the building process took 3 different parts, so I'll make sure to have the other 2 parts linked in the description for you guys. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know, and I hope you guys enjoyed.